So let's start with our quotes of the day from the universe and from Abraham. Let's see what the universe and Abraham have in store for us today. First, from the universe. Adversity, challenges, and bumps in the road are often the first signs that a great healing has begun. Thinking of you, the universe. Well, I think the universe was thinking of the show that I just did with Kai Cole, Kai Society, that was on just before my show, because we talked all about roads and going up mountains and bumps in the road and, our process of how, just because things seem to be at the time a little difficult, a little strenuous, does not necessarily mean there are bad things. That indeed, that's how we build our muscle, isn't it, Kai?
Absolutely.
Hey, yes, my fans, you're in for a treat because she stuck around, so she'll be here a little bit too. All right, let's see what Abraham has in store for us today. The thoughts I think determine the relationship I attract. You are thinking, vibrating attractor of your experience, and the thoughts you think determine everything about the life that you live. As you turn your attention toward the positive aspects of the personalities and behaviors of others with whom you share your planet, you will train your point of attraction in the direction of only what you desire. Not only does the power of your thought determine which people make their way into your life, but the power of your thought determines how they behave once they get there. Abraham. What do you think about that quote, Kai?
That sounds amazing. It sounds like just what we may need for today. Thinking about relationships, including our relationship with ourselves.
Ooh, yes, absolutely. That's the most important relationship, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Right? Because as Abraham says, the thoughts that we think determine the relationships we attract. So what's the first primary relationship?
Ourselves.
That relationship with ourselves. And when we have a good relationship with ourselves,
then everything is groovy.
Yeah, exactly. And we start attracting more groovy people to be in resonance with us. We attract them just by our energy, just by how we're feeling. I mean, when we think about it, right? I mean, what kinds of people do we like to hang out with? Right?
Like-minded people, right?
Like-minded, groovy, happy, energetic people.
Yeah.
So the more groovy, happy, energetic we are, the more we're going to attract those kinds of people.
That's right. And you mentioned something earlier about how self-care is a great way to express,
yes,
that relationship, that special relationship that you share with yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. If you're in a relationship with someone, right, and you don't care for them, if you ignore them, if you take them for granted, how long is that other person going to stick around?
That's a good question.
Not very long. So if you're in a relationship with yourself, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not treating yourself well, if you're not giving yourself attention, you know what? You might not be here very long on this planet.
Good point.
Right. So it's really something to keep in mind that, it is a relationship. It is a relationship with ourselves, and that dictates the relationships that we have with those around us. So the better we understand ourselves, the better we support ourselves, the more in touch with ourselves we are, the more in touch with the others around us.
Another great point that you just reminded me of that you made earlier on is the asking. Feel free to ask when you're in a relationship with others. Ask yourself and be open to listening to what it is that you may need. What does the other person in the relationship need? I don't know. So ask, and you might just receive an answer. I know that it's scary sometimes when we think that we may not be able to, attend to those needs. We might not have our needs met. That's a really scary thing. But we've got to ask and listen, and who knows, maybe it is something that we can tackle. And you know what? If we can't do it by ourselves, we can ask for help.
Exactly. Right? I guess that's the whole point of Kai Society, variety radio show that comes before is we don't have to do it all by ourselves.
Exactly.
We can ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Everybody needs some help sometime.
Totally, totally. And when you receive it, so much fun.
Yes.